Oh my God, guys, guess what time it is? It's time for Euclid morning coffee. And actually, it's fucking afternoon. Well, shit, it's almost evening. It's 5 o'clock. And we have Peter McCormack in the studio joining us all the way from where the fuck are you from again, sir?
Well, I'm from Bedford, but I'm in Chicago right now.
Oh, okay. That's right. You said you were coming to the U.S. You suggested we could possibly even do this in person. And
yeah, I would have come out and seen you.
Yeah, we have to. I think we could maybe have guests here. I don't know. Our house is such a mess. It's literally
maybe when you finish the tile,
a construction job. So because
we could do it in the yard.
Yeah. Set it up in the garden.
Yeah. Did you retweet it, sir?
Oh my God!
Yay!
So bossy.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm very fucking bossy. I was just telling Peter that I'm a dickhead. I think a lot of people know that I've got a lot of, I do a lot of shtick, a lot of comedy, but deep down inside, I'm really just an asshole.
No, you're not. You're too lovely.
I mean,
that's what everyone says. They're all wrong.
No, but see, honestly though, like Tamara has to put up with my shit, and I'm a dick. Like I have a lot of mental problems. You know what I mean?
Dude, I've developed such a crush on you since Vegas.
Oh yeah? Oh wow.
You know this. Come on, I've been public about this. Even your good wife knows I have this big crush on you.
Well, Tamara, will you say something about the fact that a lot of dudes seem to have a crush on me? What is that about? Why is it because I'm cuddly?
I know what that is about. Like, I'm not a dude. Why don't you ask PETA why dudes?
PETA, why? Why do you have a crush on me? What is it about me that's so unresistible for dudes?
Irresistible.
Well,
irresistible.
Having been divorced and now single, I just want to find somebody who makes me laugh.
Right.
Aww.
You make me laugh so much.
Well,
mainly your dancing.
Right.
Is it okay, so basically I'm a clown to all you people. Is that what this is?
I'm here to fucking amuse you. I'm a fucking clown.
Yeah. Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
Or is it that I'm just so, it's not that I'm just so irresistibly good looking. Like that can't be it, right?
God.
No, it's not that. But I also think you probably give a really good hug.
Oh, well, ask Sanity about that. He knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Crypto Sanity, our co-host on what's that show again? CTMZ.
I'm letting you hang yourself. I'm like, do you know?
He gave me the longest, most awkward hug I've ever had in my life, and I felt uncomfortable and a little bit almost molested. I want to say like I felt a little molested.
Just mildly.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Of course I liked it. I mean,
Goddess, you have the most wonderful hair from here. It just looks like you're entirely made up of a head and some hair and nothing else.
It's like Cousin It on, what is that show?
What is that? Yeah, what is that fucking
Addams
show?
Family or The Munsters, one of those.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Checking to make sure we're live. You're a professional podcast dude.
Yeah.
I'm professional.
Like you make a living doing this shit. Like, and how do you do, like, are you doing these like all the time? Like you're just constantly doing this?
Yes, that's all I do pretty much. If I'm not recording, I'm preparing. If I'm not preparing, I'm hustling to get an interview, or I'm working on my website. I'm always doing something to grow it, make it bigger, and make it a sustainable business. So yeah,
I will say this: I looked at your website and holy shit, dude, the amount of so I looked at the Antonopoulos episode, obviously because I was mentioned. I mean, come on.
Dude, well, listen, do you know what? I owe you a huge thanks. That I haven't been able to get that show right for the whole time I've been doing it, and because of you, it happened. And in 3 days, it's become my most downloaded show. Let me tell you now, right? So it's been downloaded nearly 24,000 times.
Holy shit.
In 3 days. Yeah.
Is that like from your website directly? You let people download it, or is that from YouTube?
No, I mean that's like listens on like podcasts, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like,
damn,
it's
that's
my
great.
And it happened because of you. So I owe you a great debt of gratitude.
How are we going to get that settled? Like how do we settle that debt?
We will. Are you going to go to World CryptoCon again.
I hope so. That's the plan. We've got to figure out a way to make enough money to
That's
go.
what I was gonna say to PETA. When paid group on how to make money with podcasts, because Yuki needs to sign
Peter
up.
already knows. Like Peter's got the shit down. Like
That's what I'm saying. When
something
is PETA
that I
doing
noticed
that paid
too
group?
about Peter. He's very, and we call you Pita, but it's Peter.
Peter.
But
Pizza.
he's very like, he's open and tells you exactly like how to fucking do the shit. If I just wasn't so fucking lazy and distracted and have such bad ADD, maybe if I read some of his shit, like I could figure that out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
Maybe he should record
well,
it for
we'll
you.
settle the debt in Vegas. I'll take you and your lovely wife out for a fine dinner
that sounds fantastic.
and some
Nice.
cocktails, and that would be my way of thanking you.
Well, sir, I am sober.
I'll have your
And how
cocktails.
dare you try to
Yes,
entice
yeah,
me?
Yeah.
How dare you try to entice me with alcohol?
I'll take your
But you-
cocktails.
You'll take
you
it.
could have a non-alcoholic cocktail, couldn't you?
Yes.
I'll do some mushrooms. That's what I did last year.
Okay.
Um,
We'll do that.
PETA's like, okay.
Now, Peter, let's get right into this shit because I don't like to fuck around. I'm not one of
no.
these shows, and you kind of do the same thing. You don't just talk about the boring shit. You like to get into the deep stuff. I know a lot of people were complimenting your interview with Antonopoulos, and it was a good one. I want to get right into it with you. Now, didn't I read somewhere that you had issues with drug abuse or something, or is that someone? Am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah, that's true. I did. I had I had an addiction at one point. I went a little bit too far with on the cocaine addiction at one point. I ended up in an ambulance. I had something called it triggers something called an SVT, which is where your heart rate hits 200 beats per minute, and ended up in hospital. Well, I ended up in an ambulance and then in a hospital. Long telling off of the doctor, and never touched it since.
Wow.
Very scary time though.
Yeah, that sounds scary as hell.
Was it
that'll
like were you addicted to it, or was it just more like you had a bad you did too much and it almost killed you, so that was it?
I mean, I wasn't addicted to it in the sense that I had like a physical need every day to have it. I was just doing way too much of it. I'd gone through a really bad breakup. Like my marriage breakup was awful, and like everything fell apart, and just, I mean, I'm not just, it might have happened anyway. I mean, I worked in advertising, I was exposed to it, but after that I went off the rails a bit with it. Yeah, way too far.
Right. So that was like a wake up call.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? You're laying in hospital and the doctor's saying, yeah, you probably shouldn't have been doing cocaine for 8 hours, and if you do that again, your heart might pop. So that was a real wake-up call with children. So yeah, never touched it since.
Are you the type that, like, so for me, it's like all or nothing? Like, so when I, this last like 4-year bender I went on, it was like I drank minimum 12 to 14 beers every fucking day, and I aimed to be fucked up. Like, it wasn't like I'm just like casually, like I wanted to be fucking wasted. Is that kind of like you? Like,
but that's with everything. So that's probably why the podcast is doing okay, because like I'm at that, like anything. So I will always have an addiction to something, but I can swap it out for good addictions. Like, if I go to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to work out, like really go for it. Or if I'm going to do a podcast, I'm going to try and have the best podcast ever. Or if I'm going to do cocaine, I'm going to do cocaine like a fucking rock star. I've managed now to, as I turn 40, and I've managed to try and do a few more of the good decisions and less of the bad ones, dude. But I'm all in with everything.
Yeah, Yuki's doing that right now. He's like a Twitter rock star. So
I'm noticing that like my audio is not, audio is not coming through on my fucking voice meter. I wonder if we're good. Can people hear you okay?
Yeah, you always worry about that.
No, I'm looking
like
at the
somebody
fucking
would've said
levels
that.
and shit, and he's not showing up. Let me just do a check, so I want to make sure. No, I hear you. You're fine. Okay, sorry.
I'm in the game.
Yeah. It's
Pretty
weird.
sure.
The normal thing right here that shows the Hangouts is okay.
You're not
whatever.
even supposed to be looking at that.
Okay, I know what it is. I'm using a different browser. Sorry. It's hard to do. So this shit is live. Okay, I do this shit live.
Yeah,
there's so many fucking levers and shit that I have to fucking make
It's
sure.
lazy.
The reason I don't do it the other way, I've done it before like that, is because like pre-recorded, because I don't like to fucking edit, man. I can't do that shit. I just want to.
There's a lot of bitching involved when editing has to happen. So
Tell me about it. I've got an engineer now helping me for the
that's
first time
good.
in a long time, and that saves me so much time. I mean, I go through it, I have a listen. That's why I was late on, because I was getting my pomp show over to the engineer, and it saves a lot of time. But yeah, I mean, editing's hard, but it just depends what you want your final product to be. But yours is good. Yours is good anyway. Yours is a very different product. Like mine's serious. Yours is fun.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I just like to, if I plan,
adorable.
and I told, like, okay, so I think you're one of the first, like, scheduled people, okay,
Hold
that
on,
I,
Peter, you're not touching yourself, correct?
wait, what are we
What?
talking about?
I mean, I am. I am. My arms are touching me.
Well, that's okay.
But like,
Okay, good.
just my arm.
I was going to
just
say
playing.
that I just like to have conversations with people, and
Yeah.
that's why I just fucking, it's like, just go live and talk, because if I plan something, okay, let me give you an example. So you said, okay, I want to come on your show, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But I get anxiety, dude. Like if people want to like schedule, like, okay, it's fine for CTMZ because there's other people involved, but I've learned that like I can't do like a scheduled show where I've got a guest in a week, because my anxiety will overwhelm me.
It's true.
Oh fuck! And I'm like, send me a diary invite with the details. I like, yeah, because I like everything's so organized. You want to see the spreadsheets I have for this shit.
Really?
When I see you in person, I'll show you. Yeah, I've got a mega spreadsheet which has my guest planning sheet, which guest, which show, what day. I even found the formula, so I've got a day countdown until the interview and it goes live, and it's color coded by day release. I've got a revenue spreadsheet. I've got ad delivery schedule, which is like, I'll show you it. It's a professional operation.
That's
awesome.
probably one of the reasons you're actually like successful in this, and I'm just some dummy who does like a live show. I don't plan. I suck at organizing, but here's the thing with me, okay? And I've always said
it is successful. You are successful.
It'll happen. I mean, I'm downplaying, and that's what I do. Here's what I like to do. I like to say my thing is garbage so that other people can argue with me and say, no, it's great, just like you just did, just there, and it worked fantastically.
Well played, my man.
But it'll happen, but my problem is consistency and like. You know what I mean? I have morning anxiety. I wake up like today. I'm like, oh shit, I have a podcast. Peter's going to come on. I'm fucking nervous. Like it drives me crazy. You don't have that problem. You don't have anxiety issues.
Yeah, man. Oh, I used to have terrible, like after the kind of overdose thing, I had really bad anxiety and panic attacks for years, for like 3 or 4 years. Horrendous panic attacks. The one of them, I was on a tube in London. I collapsed and I got pulled off the train, and an ambulance was called, and it was rush hour and people walking past, and I had my shirt off and had a ECG on the platform at Holborn Station in London. Fucking, I just get horrible ones.
Oh my god, that's really bad.
Like the worst. And and I still get anxiety now. I get very nervous. I hate my product sometimes. I think I'm terrible at what I do, and yeah, dude, we all get it, man.
Yuki can't stand in line at grocery stores very well, or be in doctor's offices. He literally has to look for the door so he can have like an exit point. And he will tell the doctor this. He'll say, I need to be able to see the door so I can run if I need to. Like, I can't feel like confined or trapped.
So like I get super anxiety. Like, so we go to the checkout line and then someone comes in behind me.
So you're boxed in.
So that I can't escape if I need to. Like that fucks me up. But it's getting better. Like it really has. Like since I've stopped, drinking and doing other shit, it's gotten better. But also at times it's gotten worse. So it worries me. I'm a little bit like shit. Like, I mean, I've got like almost 19 months now, and I'm still fucking a nutcase. Like, I still have so much, like, just issues. You know what I mean? Like, just,
I don't know if that's going to go away.
I know. And, okay, so here's the thing about, like, sobriety and shit like that. People are like, okay, if I quit, drinking, whatever, everything's going to be fine. No, that's not true. The reason you became an alcoholic or a drug addict is because you're fucked up. Like, you're mentally fucked up. This is my theory, okay? And you're using the drugs and the alcohol to mask things. I think that's what's going on with McAfee. Like, I think the dude is super fucking intelligent, but he's masking something. His father committed suicide. It's my theory that he's still running from that, and that he's using drugs and alcohol to hide from that. So my point is this. I'm still fucked up. Like, I have to deal with my demons and my shit, and I have to figure out why, like, I was trying to escape reality. And until you do that, you're just gonna still... Now I'm just taking the whole conversation. What about you? Like, what did you have?
What about you? What are your demons?
Yeah, tell us.
Segue.
Tell us your deepest, darkest secrets, and what makes you scared. What makes you afraid?
Probably relationships now, I would say. Yeah, most certainly. I mean,
yeah.
Do you know the story of my marriage breakup? It's really terrible.
Tim, I mentioned, I think it is pretty bad story. You can tell it.
Yeah. Just like my ex-wife was having an affair when we got married with one of my best friends. It was awful. It was terrible.
That's
like
horrible.
Yeah.
3 months into our marriage, I
shit.
find a picture of not my best friend, but like top 3 mates find a picture of his dick in my wife's email, and it was sent a month before our wedding. And that fucks you up.
Yeah.
Was it a nice dick, or
was it a nice,
really, really big one?
Yeah, that makes it worse.
Thanks.
Well,
no, it is what it is. It was just that was a really shitty
that
thing
sucks,
to go
Peter.
through.
Damn.
Yeah, that's bad. Like, I can't. I've been very lucky. My wife is so like non-dependable, but like, what's the word?
What?
Like,
I thought you were gonna say dependent.
No, like, just like
She loves you, man.
like, yeah, I'm so lucky. Like, I found the right woman like early on, and without her, I would be dead. Like,
that's probably true.
I spent time in a mental institution. I went batshit crazy. Like, I was on Adderall and cough syrup, and like, this was like what
You were addicted to cough syrup.
I wasn't
my God,
addicted.
it was
No,
ridiculous.
I used to abuse. So I grew up on the mean streets of Florida. Okay, as a
The
kid,
mean streets of Florida.
I was one of those street kids, basically. Like, my mom was like married to like a drug dealer. He was literally the drug dealer in the town, like the biggest drug dealer. And I grew up like alone, like on the streets with my friends, and we would figure out ways to get high. And one of the ways to do that is go to a what are they called? Drugstore. And you can buy cough medicine and chug the shit, and it's like the DXM or some shit like that. I don't want to give too many details because I don't want kids to do it.
Details.
But
like, what are you talking about?
that shit is like a psychedelic. Like, it really fucks you up. And we used to do that. So I got kind of back into that like in my early 20s, and I was prescribed Adderall, and I went batshit crazy. Like, I left Tamra, we had a new child at the time.
We were buying a house.
We were in the middle of buying a really fucking nice house in Florida on the bay, and I fucking went batshit crazy and left and was living on the streets and was partying my ass off.
Dude, don't. Well, look, if you do that again, just Tammy, give me a call.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to happen again. It almost did. I mean,
he won't. Yeah.
You know, I was getting back to the point.
He doesn't get another chance with that, but.
I wouldn't survive that. There'd be no way. I can't believe I survived the first episode. It was crazy.
I remember seeing you two in Vegas. You two are disgustingly in love. Like, you two are brilliant. I want what you guys have got one day. Maybe I'll get that.
It's not all fun, you know.
Well,
oh yeah, but no relationship is. But come on, look what you do. You do a podcast together. How amazing is that?
It is nice. Yeah, there's good times.
She forced me to have her come on. She said that if you don't bring me on, then no, I'm kidding.
I'm holding him at like hostage right now. So.
No, it's just that I'm very lucky with that, and I don't appreciate her enough. And yeah, thanks for saying that. And I'm an asshole and don't really appreciate her. How about that?
Sometimes you do. Yeah.
You two are great.
Yeah.
But you'll find someone. There's someone out there for
One
you.
day. Yeah, I think so. There's a nice girl in Los Angeles I see sometimes.
Oh.
It's a long way from Bedford.
Yeah.
Well, are you guarded though? Do you think, like, are you ready to step into another relationship? Are you happy like right now, just kind of doing what you're doing and focusing?
Ready. If there's any nice girls out there, I'm ready for a girlfriend. But it's very difficult. I travel a lot with work. I when I'm not traveling. I've got the kids. My son lives with me full time, so there's not much time. But yeah, I'm ready. Right girl, right time, right?
Right. Yeah.
Probably not Los Angeles is not a good plan, but
well, I mean, sometimes you can't, pick. I mean, I don't know if they're open to it, then it might work.
I think it's just whatever happens. Yeah, you can't really get too caught up in the details. I guess it's just whatever happens. So
relationship advice, Yuki.
Yeah. Well, we talked about
enough with Yuki. That's a new show. Yuki loves chat.
Yeah.
Well, so I always try to. This is kind of like my new thing. I think I've done it before, and I asked McAfee, and it's going to be a thing that I do. I'm going to ask, kind of brushed around it, but Peter McCormack, are you happy?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, good.
Really happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Life is good, man. I'm really content.
Mm-hmm.
Life is good.
Awesome.
Not with every part of my life, but generally, yeah. Are you happy?
I am.
I
but
mentioned.
I'm going to let Yuki answer his.
Okay. Well,
because
you
it's
answer
longer than
first,
mine.
Tamara.
I just said I am.
You're
I
happy.
answered.
Okay.
So
Say that like Goddess. You'd be like, yes, Yuki is happy.
no, Yuki's not happy. But
Okay, so Tamara's happy. What other areas that obviously need to be improved, and that has to do with me, correct?
Yes.
So here's my answer, and I said this when we were talking to McAfee. I asked him if he was happy, and he said he was. I have like some fucking depression issues, like unbelievable depression.
Yeah.
And if I'm not doing this right now, I can fall into that depression. I'm still, and I would have to say that if someone were to ask me right now if I'm happy, I'm not as happy as I should or could be, and I don't know how to do that. I got, like I said to John, I've got everything. Like I have a beautiful wife, I have a home, I have kids that are healthy. We're all healthy.
Yeah.
We're doing fine, but like my mental shit, and I don't know if it's just like fucking genetics or if it's just like, I don't know, bad upbringing or traumatic events as a child, but I just have such severe like depression and anxiety that I would say that no, I'm not, and I don't know how to fix that. And I've been trying to do this shit to try to like, because this is my therapy, is talking to people and doing shows.
How I got rid of it.
Yeah.
How?
Running.
Yeah.
Running. Like daily running just fucking evaporated it.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. It was tough at first, but put on a pair of trainers and say to yourself, I'm going to go every day and go running every day. And honestly, it's had the most amazing transformational effect. Just evaporated my panic attacks. I still get some anxiety, but it's changed my life. I don't run as much as I used to now because I had a bad back for a while. But Yuki, man, I would go tomorrow, buy some new trainers, get some new sneakers, get some shorts and a t-shirt, and just go out. And maybe you'll only do like 5-10 minutes to begin with. But before you know it, you'll be doing an hour, and you'll feel fucking great. Honestly, I couldn't recommend it more highly.
Do you think it's running, or is it like the exercise like that? Because he used to rollerblade all the time, and his issues were a little better, but he still had like the ups and downs. So you think just it's running, or because that's kind of similar.
A range of things. I mean, I think it's, for me, I found it was a couple of things. I got into it as well, right? Yeah. So after like 6 months, I'm starting to hit good times. I was starting to do I did a 25-minute 5K, which blew my mind. But I think it's the exercise, the endorphins that start running. You feel good, you look good. It's just so many things about it. And,
and also, like maybe you have a purpose.
Do you know what? I will sponsor you. Tell you what, Yuki, I will sponsor you right now. I will sponsor you $500 if you go and buy some sneakers and you run every day for a month. You run a minimum of a mile every day for a month. Right now, I'll sponsor you $500.
Write that down.
Write that down. It's on video.
But I'm relying on Goddess to prove it, and Tammy to prove it, and I'm relying on to trust you. But if you go and do that, I'll sponsor you now. And if at the end of that month you say to me, I feel exactly the same, I'll be very surprised.
So you're saying that if I run a mile every day, is that what it is?
Yeah.
For 1 month, that you. Oh shit! You got it, buddy. I'm down.
Can you do that?
Fuck yeah, I can do anything.
You know that I will tell on you if you don't do it.
Do you want me to get a Fitbit so I can prove it? How about that? I've got a Fitbit.
Do you know what? I trust you. And even if you slip up and you missed one, I forgive you. But I think just do it every day. Do it every day. For a whole month. We got to deal. Are we shaking on this?
I'm shaking. Yes.
There we go.
You kind of
fist bump.
You get $500 a Bitcoin.
I'll
do that shit.
I'm doing it.
Awesome.
That's fucking awesome. I appreciate that because it's probably the only thing that's keeping me is for someone to challenge me because I don't want to challenge myself. And she could say like, go run, and I'll be like, oh, shut up.
Yeah,
go make me a sandwich.
Get out of here. I do not.
I think that the thing is, once you've done that month, you won't stop. I don't think you'll stop. And if anything, we'll be like, come on, what's the next one? Let's do like 5K a day.
Damn, dude. Well, I appreciate that. That's really cool. I mean, and apart from the money, it's like just very like it's going to be good. It's going to be healthy. And I think you're right. I think I'm going to be cured.
So it's Thursday the 7th, so I give you a pass today, but it starts tomorrow. Right?
Okay, I'm down.
Tomorrow you can do your first mile.
So,
and if you can't run it, just then like if you do like half mile, you feel tired, then just walk the rest, but do the mile.
Okay. And on days when it's raining, can I do it on my treadmill, or do?
I don't think so. I just go out and run in the rain.
Okay.
Running in the rain is beautiful anyway.
I'm fine. I can do that. No, I'll do if that's the way to do it, then I'll fucking do it.
All right.
The problem with treadmill running is it gets boring.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really boring, and I used to do that, and then I got bored of it. What I found is I would go out, put a podcast on, and just go run for an hour and listen to a podcast or an Audible book. I listen to Eat, Pray, Love.
Okay.
The Audible Eat, Pray, Love.
That's awesome.
I'm doing it.
It's a good book.
I saw the movie. I was surprised by the movie. I actually liked it. I didn't think I was going to, and I did. So I bet the book's better usually.
So she did a TED talk, and it was about trying to write a follow-up book and the pressure. So I was like, I'm gonna read this, but then I did the Audible version, which was awesome. All right, Yuki, I look forward to seeing you putting up your what's that app? Strava. Guess Strava. I look forward to you putting up your because the thing is, if you do Strava as well, we can be Strava buddies.
Okay.
I can keep an eye on this.
I'll do it. So it's an app, Strava. Like
for can't
Android.
like strap it to your kids and make them run around the garden.
No, I'll do it. I'll download that shit right now.
I was gonna say that probably having the purpose kind of thing helps too. Like you were saying, running, and then you've got like goals you're trying to beat and stuff like that. So it might give.
Oh yeah, installing it right now.
That's a good idea.
Damn, dude, I appreciate that. That's awesome that you're challenging me to this and. Fuck yeah.
And you know what, actually, I'll send it to you separately after this. When I first started running, I'm remembering now, I was listening to audio books about running.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 or 4 really good books. And there was people talking about like challenges and what they were doing with it. I can't remember the name. I'll dig them out and I'll send them to you. That was helpful as well. But
wow.
That t-shirt you're wearing, did that come from Layer 1?
Yeah, is it Layer 1? Hold on.
It did.
Yes. Yeah. He was just talking about you. We were just
you've got one too.
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull it up.
That's funny.
Let me see.
He recognized it.
Yeah, it's let me pull up the guy's name. Nice guy. Let's see. Nick Ward. Nick Ward, right?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to Peter.
Well, he's not there.
I haven't got it. I thought I brought it with me. He sent me the hoodie version.
Yes,
cool.
yeah. I was just in the DMs with him. It's Nick Ward, and it's isn't it Layer 1?
Yeah. What a great guy.
I know.
Yeah. So he sent Tamara a Bitcoin Maximalist shirt. I've got one, and he also sent me a beanie cap.
Oh yeah, I like that too. That's cool.
Very cool.
I met him in New York.
Oh, fun.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
You
didn't go to HoshoCon?
Huh?
Peter.
Did you go to HoshoCon, Peter?
No.
Oh, you missed it.
HoshoCon was fucking awesome.
So good. And Antonopoulos was there.
Yeah, Antonopoulos was at HoshoCon.
Yeah.
It was right before World CryptoCon. It was was it a month before, Tamara?
I think it was the same month. It was
Oy vey. It was so fucking fun. Like I liked it way better than World CryptoCon. It was just like Blau. Do you know Blau, the DJ guy? Yeah, he was there. It was good.
World CryptoCon was great to meet everyone, but the event itself was terrible.
It was a shit show. I mean, if they want to like throw us some free tickets this year, I don't want to say anything bad about them, but
then you say
there was some issues, yeah. But and that was something Antonopoulos was talking about, how like he doesn't go to events where like women are kind of like used to promote shit, like bikini models and shit.
Right.
And that's why he wasn't at World CryptoCon.
Well, I don't know if that's why he wasn't at World CryptoCon, but he probably wouldn't have been if they allowed that, is what he was saying.
Oh.
So,
well, I'm sure they asked him to come, right? You'd have to. I mean, he is the fucking man.
I mean, I can't tell you what they're doing or what their thoughts are. So.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your conversation with Antonopoulos?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. He was fucking great.
I know.
It was just a really good interview. He just went in a really, really good way. I actually didn't know what I was wanting to talk to him about before we did it, though, because he knows so much about so many things. But
yeah,
good one. It was a really good one.
Yeah, I'm actually blown away. Like I still, it hasn't sunk in, because like I guess you'd call me a fanboy of his. Like you know, when I first got into like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and everything, is like that's obviously the first person you turn to, because he's sort of like, he's the one that can explain it and you understand it, and he's just a great talker. And I could go on and on.
He's such a good speaker.
Good speaker, but. Yeah, and like the first time he followed me, I was like, holy shit, Antonopoulos just followed me. You know, blew my fucking mind. Oh, well, you're going to have to fix that.
It's freaking bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah.
He follows me, Peter.
Uh-oh.
What? This is ridiculous.
And
he follows like 3,000 people.
I know, it was amazing. I looked down at my phone and I was like, oh, that's just some fake Antonopoulos account. Just got me all excited real fast. I clicked on it and I was like, holy shit, Yuki.
Yeah.
Made it.
Well, so here's the thing too.
Quit now.
Here was the issue when he followed me. I was like, oh fuck, like I've got to stop shit posting now.
Yeah,
and that's all I fucking do. Like I tweet out dumb shit, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna fucking like, because I was like, oh shit, what if he sees like, you know, I tweet out ridiculous shit, stuff.
You do. And
I realized that he enjoys it, and like he said on your podcast, he enjoys that shit. He's got a sense of humor. He's a cut up too. You know, he's a degen, I think, in heart.
Yeah. So
I face that same dilemma all the time. Like I'll get a new follow, someone, I don't know, whoever, something like Hester Peirce from the SEC, and I'm like, I really need to now get my shit together. Right. And then later, I don't know, I'm trolling Pomp or something, and posting some bullshit up, and I'm like, oh, Pete. But no, very few unfollow. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
maybe people like it more than we think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you just got to be yourself, because I mean, as soon as you start trying to like edit yourself, and then it's like. Yeah, it's like it becomes not fun. But I'm, you know, like my thing with Twitter is like I'm completely addicted to it. Like you said, you know, you switch one addiction for another, and yours is probably doing podcasts and stuff. And that's kind of what that's me too. Like I can't stop Twitter, and it's like consuming me. But I mean, worst case.
Professional though. Did you see that I've changed my profile picture?
Yeah, I just saw that. It looks great.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was talking to Charlie Lee, and he was like, I don't recognize you in your picture. He was like, you know, you need to be able to scroll a thing and just like pick out a picture. I think he was basically saying you need to be a bit more professional.
Oh yeah.
I was like, all right, well, I've Charlie Lee said so, then I should probably do it.
Did you take out mommy blogger out of your bio, or you're leaving all that?
No, I'm leaving.
You're like,
yeah, someone. So when that thread happened, where Antonopoulos, like someone tweeted out a picture of it was Tom, our friend Tom.
Yeah.
He tweeted out a picture of an ass.
Yeah. A really hairy one.
A really hairy
ass.
That's this guy's account. That's what he does. He's a hardcore troll. Like he really, and I love the guy. So he tweeted out a picture of a hairy ass, and immediately I'm like, oh, that fucking jerk off. Well, look what he's doing on the Antonopoulos thread.
Did you?
I mean, I thought that for a second, but really,
I forgot Antonopoulos was on that thread, so I did like the rainbow vomit, and then.
So then, I wasn't really upset, but for 2 seconds, I was like, oh shit, I hope Antonopoulos doesn't, you know, get offended or what the fuck ever. And because of that, Antonopoulos replied, "What the fuck is it?" I don't remember what he replied, but he's like, "What is?" So
glad I'm not like tagged on this thread.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy I'm on this thread, not
right.
And yeah, he has a sense of humor, and I don't remember what my point was. I totally lost my point.
Well, that happens.
And then I said to him,
"Oh, I know it."
you for a year, and then you reply to a big hairy ass, and he's like, probably because they're not an ICO advisor.
That's what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
He got you.
your bio, and someone was like, "Oh shit, no." His bio is a joke, and they're really trying to help you out. And I
get it all the time. People are like, "Why you put that you're 15 years Bitcoin? It's only 10 years, you fucking idiot." And I'm like, "Really?" Or they're like, "Oh, you think you're so special, like you're an evangelist and you call yourself a tech titan. No one does that." And I'm like, I call myself a mommy blogger.
Yeah.
And I call myself the Lord of the Dance. I mean,
Right.
how the fuck do you not get this as a joke?
Even you're not the Lord of the Dance? Because I was really hoping that you were actually Lord of the
You
Dance.
keep the Lord of the Dance.
Oh, is he?
I would love to be able to dance, and I want to reenact the Chandelier song by Sia. You know, the
Oh
little
my
girl
gosh,
dancing
you
around.
should. You should do
I'm
that.
seriously one day going to do that.
Yeah, you should.
I've got to get like a bigger area, but
I think you can do it.
Yeah.
I had another point. God, my brain. I have such brain damage. Like I just.
Fuck the day for you, haven't I? Because you want to be early and juiced up with your coffee.
Yeah. He's
it's
done. We actually took swing lessons.
Oh yeah.
And
was
I
fun.
had a lead because we would keep doing the same basic move, and he would go, when do I do it? Like, when do I do anything different? So I kept getting in trouble for leading. So I don't know.
Well,
That's your dance history.
I can't dance, but I like to try, and I like to have. We used to go to disco night when we were young, teenagers. There'd be like a disco night, and it'd be like Wednesday night, and we would stay out all night, and they'd play disco and dance
On the mean streets in Florida.
Yeah, it was fun. Those were the fun days. What's it like? How do you feel about growing old? What do you, Peter? You're probably close to
How old
our
are you?
age. 42.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? I'm not worried about growing old. I just don't want to grow old alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as my body just gets uglier and uglier, I'd like to have secured someone to put up with that before. No one will. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind getting old. I don't know. I'm quite immature anyway, so I'm probably maturing quite late, but it doesn't bother. I'm not bothered about getting old. I'm more bothered about just dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can handle getting old. I just don't want to be dead yet.
Right.
All right. Okay. Great
That's a good
segue.
plan.
Yes, it does.
That's a good point.
Are you afraid? So you're afraid of death? Are you afraid of death?
I guess I think I was more afraid of death before. I'm less afraid of it now. I just don't want to.
Right. You're not anticipating it.
I want to be alive, not dead. If you see what, but am I scared of it? I mean, no. I was for a long time after watching Event Horizon.
I didn't see
I
that.
think I saw that.
Yeah.
What's that one about?
That's
Space.
basically where they take a ship into space and it ends up going to hell.
Oh.
That's quite scary.
Huh.
But no, I'm not so scared of it. I just don't want to do it yet.
Right.
I
Okay.
also don't want to get really old.
You don't want to get really old?
No. Do you ever
Right.
think about the number you would take now if somebody offered you it?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what when you die? What age?
I'll take 72. Someone offered me 72. I'm like, I'll take that because I don't
Okay.
think I'm going to get past 60. So I'll take
Oh.
70.
That's a good
Right.
question.
Like,
'Cause-
settle.
so her grandfather's like 84,
I
and
think he's 85. but
like
yeah.
he's still doing great. Like he was in like Korea and Vietnam, and he was like the head of like all these divisions and stuff. He was like the medical head of some big things, and like he's a
That's
farmer.
Tammy's genes, not yours.
Yeah, I know.
But-
I'm like, what?
I know. Okay, so here's the weird thing. I just realized this.
Yeah.
All my fucking grandparents died when I was like a fucking like 19.
Oh, you beat me. I lost my when I was 5. I had one grandparent left,
Oh,
and he survived till I was like 14 or 15.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's not that uncommon.
my
I was thinking,
grandfather's still out there farming on our family
yeah, he
farm,
still
so-
farms. I mean, he's like an ox.
He's driving still.
Yeah.
Running, he's on Tinder.
And the only reason probably he wouldn't even be more healthy than he is now is because he was exposed to Agent Orange. So he had
And
like
other things.
He
So,
had
yeah.
he had some prostate cancer and stuff, but he beat that. And it's just, but so, okay. So real quick, I want to get right into it. You say you are you religious though? Do you believe? Are you Christian? Are you non-Christian? What's your beliefs there?
I mean, I am a Christian, but I'm only because my family did it. But I'm not really religious.
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of get like when I went to India, I kind of got this feeling that there's something going on, but I'm not really religious. It's kind of made up stuff, really. I'm pretty sure when you die, that's it.
But you said you are a Christian. Are you just saying that
I think
because
he's saying he was baptized or something like
Yeah,
that.
baptized,
Right?
and if my mum was still alive and went to church and she wanted me to go with her, I'd go with her. But I don't care for it.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
believe-
He hasn't
Tamara, were you
bought it.
baptized?
No.
I was baptized. I was brought up Methodist, but I do not identify as any sort of like organized religion. I'm actually pretty vocal about being against organized religion on Twitter. I get into debates all the time. Like the guy sent me this hat. We debate all the time about, because he's very, he's strong Christian beliefs. And my thing is this: I believe everyone has the right to believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, whatever makes you happy. And however, but I love to be able to talk about it. I want to question it. I want people to question the set beliefs. I want people to constantly question, what's set in stone and what,
Just pushing buttons.
I'm not trying to push buttons. I don't like to I'm just trying to troll people and shit. I
Right.
really do enjoy getting into it. And I like to say to people, like Christians and stuff, like, how can you not believe in evolution? Like, seriously, like, how can you believe that someone just like a higher being decided one day to create all this, and how can you not believe in evolution? But I don't want to get into all that now, but
Yeah.
I'd probably just agree with you. So I'll just go, yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
Right. he just said that we're a fork of monkeys. On the last
I mean,
podcast.
really, that's what we are. I mean, we're just like evolved monkeys.
Yeah,
And so-
monkey catch.
I think people get really uncomfortable thinking that, and they get really uncomfortable not knowing what the hell is the answer, because it's such a crazy, this is so weird, right? Isn't this weird?
What do you mean, life?
is
Life.
weird.
Yeah.
Being alive is weird. Like
Very.
everything is weird. When you look at yourself,
Yeah.
you're like, you've got these things that hang off your arms
Right.
and fingers, but they're weird.
Right.
When you really think about, we're weird. The whole thing is
Yeah.
weird,
Like-
and we do weird things.
Yes.
Like nipples on a dude is weird, but obviously it would be weird not to have nipples. But what's the point of nipples on a dude,
See, that makes me think it is designed,
right?
because they were like designing humans and went, well, that looks weird without nipples. So
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Could you
li-
imagine not having nipples?
No,
No.
so weird.
I also have a theory that like eventually we will not have toes anymore.
Oh
Like
my
we don't
God,
need our
stop
toes.
it.
If you think about it, like
No,
we
you
could.
need your toes for walking.
I think you
and
could just have like a
proper
flap
balance.
there and
That's
be fine.
disgusting.
Oh, I think I want wings. Wings would...
Do you believe, like, one of the things, like, I was getting into it with a guy and he was like,
God.
well, do you think we're still evolving? Do you think we're still evolving, Peter? Like, do you?
I would hope so, because we're pretty fucking terrible.
Right.
Like we need to improve a lot.
We
yeah.
do.
Yeah, we're so flawed. Like, I mean, like what's with all this cancer and shit? You know what I mean?
It's fucking what a yeah. Well, yeah, but maybe that's part of the design. I don't know. But like, I want wings. If
Yeah.
I have wings, like and I could see through shit
Mhm.
and swim, I want wings and gills, because then you can do so much more. So why haven't we got them? They're helpful.
I feel like at some point in the near future, if you wanted wings and you had enough money, you could go get wings.
Right.
You
yeah,
know?
but I want my own wings.
Right.
You mean like genetic, like somehow? Well, Tamara's talking about like attachable, like robot wings, and Peter wants like actual wings.
Actual wings.
Oh, I want actual.
Yeah.
I want to be the Birdman.
Right.
Right. Well,
Why?
maybe they could take stem cells and, somehow
Okay.
start
Let me ask
growing
you
wings.
this.
Could you imagine how cool it would be to fly? Like,
Oh, I
just
know.
go outside, just start flapping and start flying. How
So
fucking cool!
I think
be
you.
awesome.
Let me ask you this question: do you have flying dreams, where you're flying?
No, do you know what? I don't.
Huh.
Me
I don't
either.
fly wings.
No.
No,
I do.
I
And you,
don't know if I dream anymore.
What? Get out of here.
Really?
I remember my last dream.
Our
What?
our 9-year-old says that. He said, "I don't dream." I'm like, "Wait, what do you mean you don't dream?" Like, I dream vividly.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And here's the interesting thing about my flying dreams. Like, I know what it feels like to fly. Like, I can.
You hover.
Well, in my dreams, yeah, I don't like fly like a bird or like Superman.
That's hovering.
I can literally concentrate in my dream, and I can just hover up, and it's usually like I can like kind of fly around over the trees, and I
Weird.
know what it feels like 100%. I can tell you exactly what it feels like to basically fly, and that's because of my flying dreams. And I've talked to people on Twitter, and they're like, some people have no clue what I'm talking about, and some people are like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have those too. But,
Yeah, never happened. Me either.
Like one.
yeah. Well, what's next for Peter McCormack? What's next?
Well, what right now? Or?
No, okay, yeah, short term. Not tonight. You're going to a hockey game. I'm talking about. I'm looking at the troll box. People are asking for reading this. I can't. My troll box thing sucks. Like, I get like a third of the messages.
Like
it's
on Periscope.
on Periscope.
Yeah.
So guys, sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah, on my end, it's like comes in very sporadically, and I miss shit all the time. I did a show this morning, and I caught like a third of people
Also,
were yelling at me.
He
but-
can't focus on one thing,
No.
so he certainly can't focus on two things at
no,
once.
I'm very
In
easily
order
distracted.
to focus on PETA,
Okay,
you can't
sorry.
read the troll box.
Yeah, let me close that because I'll just fucking get distracted. What I was going to say, Peter, is what's next for you? I know you said you're thinking about going to a hockey game tonight.
And are you going?
Are you going to go to the hockey game?
I think I'm gonna go to the hockey game. Yeah.
I mean, you can't miss a Chicago hocky game, right?
Oh, you're in
No, I-
Chicago. That's right. You're in the U.S. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. I think it'd be fun. But I always feel let down when I go to hockey games because there isn't enough fights. I never seem to get enough fights. It always
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah. That's truly why you go to a hockey game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just for the fights.
We
right?
used to go to hockey games in Pensacola, Florida, of all places. And man, the
Yeah.
first season, like when they first got, it was brand new.
That's all they did was
God, it was
fight.
so fun. Like they really went out there. But then after like a couple of years, they got sort of like, nah, they weren't that fun. But yeah,
Yeah.
I like hockey.
Hockey.
Yeah, I like hockey, but I just want more fights.
So
I'm gonna go get a hot dog.
Yeah.
well, all right. Before we let you go, because we're all,
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of tired today. But I want to,
never
I want to give you an opportunity to shill everything that you have going. Tell everybody who's listening and is going to listen to the show where they can find you. Before you do that, what's next? What's the next big thing for Peter?
The next big thing is I'm going to do a whole month of shows about Lightning Network. Lightning Month is April.
Oh.
Lots of interviews about that, which is going to be cool. I'm also going to Hong Kong on Sunday or Monday, and I'm emceeing a conference. How fucking mad is this,
Oh
right?
my
So like a
God.
year and a half ago, I just started a podcast for no reason at all. Get the
Right.
equipment, no big plan, and then a year and a half later, I'm going to Token 49. I'm being flown to Hong Kong to spend 2 days introducing people like Safety and a Moose on stage at a fucking conference. I'm like,
Whoa.
awesome.
what is going on? This is so weird.
That's a big deal. Congratulations. That's going
but
to be
it's
fun.
weird.
Yeah.
So weird. So I'm so humbled by it. But yeah, so I've got that, and I'm doing the Lightning Month. I think. Did you see my Mount Gox series?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
See the whole shows I did about Mount Gox.
No.
Is that on your website? On your webpage?
We will put that
Yeah,
on
I
our
interviewed
to
Mark
watch.
Karpeles out in Tokyo and stuff. So I'm going to do one on the Silk Road, I think.
Oh,
cool.
that sounds awesome.
What? So now's
Yeah.
a good opportunity to tell everyone where they can find your stuff.
What?
Yes. So it's what Bitcoin did on everything. Just Google what Bitcoin did. You'll
Yes.
find it.
The best name.
You're the master of like branding. Like seriously, like what Bitcoin did is probably one of the best names I've heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's worked very well. But like, it's also restricting because if I want to do something else,
Right.
I can't. It's got to be about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's right under Euclid and Oaks, I think. It's like,
What do you
Euclid
mean?
and Oaks and then what Bitcoin did.
Oh,
it's kind of like,
yeah. I don't know.
right there.
Euclid, Euclid and Oaks is kind of weird. Like, what the fuck is that? I've always struggled with like names and branding and that shit. I suck at that stuff.
Naming your band when you're at school, you start a rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted our show to be called "Fuck That Shit Show."
Oh boy.
But it did.
You got a dirty mouth.
She does. She has a filthy mouth. And,
I thought it was catchy.
No, and not only that, she does not have a filter. So like she will just say whatever.
Yeah, that happens. That does happen.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, we can handle that.
Yeah. It's okay.
Right, but this has been very cool. I've never felt so calm on a show.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Is that a good thing? Did we lull you to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 minutes of drinking.
Well, good. I'm glad you're comfortable. You're welcome to come on the show anytime.
That's so funny.
And I want to thank you, Peter McCormack, for coming on the show. Everyone can find him. Just Google what Bitcoin did. Enjoy that hockey game. And yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm taking your challenge. I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm downloading the app, and I'm going to fucking run 1 mile every fucking day.
Peter's just doing that so he can slide into my DMs, and I can let him know every day whether you're running or not. So
I'm okay with that.
I know what you're doing. I know what
okay.
you're doing, Peter.
Just do it, man. Every day, honestly, I would love it if you did it. And then at some point, you and I will go running together.
Hell
and that
yeah.
will be...
I would love it.
I'll film it. I'll film
Okay.
you two running.
We'll
set up some kind of like trailer or some kind of
a running club.
Hell yeah. I love it. Well, all right, dude. I'm going to let you go. Let's all, we'll regroup on Twitter. Thanks a lot, Peter, for coming on the
Thanks,
show.
Peter.
Guys,
Love
love
you,
this.
man.
Take care.
Mwah.
Bye. Have fun at the hockey game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Whoa, that's weird.
That was awesome. Wow, that's trippy.
Yeah.
Let me close that, and you and I can just chat really quick. Well, look how trippy that is.
I was like, whoa. Fomobi's thing used to do that.
Yeah, that was Fomobi's.
Fomobi.
How do I close that shit? Opera. There we go. Well, that was great. And we typically, when we do a show like this, we don't hang out after the show and talk about the guests. But I think it's a good time that now that he's gone, that we can really, really talk about him.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
We met him in
Yeah, I like Peter.
Vegas, and liked him.
I mean, we've told that story before.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, we saw him in Vegas, and he looks just like Cody. We didn't go over that this time with him,
right?
And he walks up to a table that I'm at with producer, by the way, Insanity.
Yeah,
and I think it was producer, by the way, or might have been Sanity. Said, "What's up, Cody?" And Peter's like, "I'm Peter."
Yeah,
and both of us thought he was joking because Cody's a jokester anyway.
Right.
So we were like, okay, pita, is he? And we were both like, is he talking about pita bread or pita people against ethical tree? But he was saying I'm Peter with his British accent, and we're still looking at him like, Cody, come on. and then he's like, who is this Cody person? Yes. Everyone's been talking about.
It's funny how they're like, my doppelganger is Charlie Hotskins. I can't ever say his name.
True. Yeah.
The real quick, I just want to shout out the dude who gave me this hat. It's at HODLCAP, HODLCAP, and he's the dude who gave me this hat. And yeah, he's the guy who we debate each other, and great dude. So. And
the shirt.
He sent me a shirt. The shirt's the other guy.
I'm saying, who gave you the shirt? I was just gonna.
The layer. We already talked about that.
Well,
now you're putting me on the
spot.
spot.
Again.
Oh
my gosh!
Don't do that. Layer 1. All right, guys. This has been another episode of.
Yeah.
What's the name of the show again?
You don't even know?
Euclid and Oaks Morning Coffee. But if you notice in the upper left-hand corner, it says Afternoon Coffee. I've actually got one. That's our artist. Our artist friend, a lot of money, did all the fucking shit except for the opening logo. Toro did.
Cryptoro,
yes.
Not Crypto Toro.
Cryptoro,
which reminds me of like Totoro, like Totoro. Yeah.
You want to just keep going? Maybe we can have Albie on. You want to see if Albie wants to come on?
Sure.
Now,
you're just all like you just finished with PETA, and then now you want to keep going.
Maybe.
I'm down. It's whatever you want to do. I'm fine.
You know what this song is?
I do know what the song is. This is the song that I told you to play today.
This is our friend Funface.
Haunted by the past and no longer lasting life, we let go.
by Binary Pipe.
And lyrics by Binary Pipe. I am the guitar. Listen to that guitar. That's me playing the guitar.
I'm the cowbell. No, there's no cowbell.
Our friend Funface has deleted his account. There's some controversy going on. I don't know all the fucking details.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I don't know.
You don't know any details? You never do. We'll have to ask Albie one day. Oh, maybe we should have Albie on and have him fill us in. Fill us in.
We're an hour. I've got to upload this to YouTube and make it into a podcast. I don't want to go too crazy long.
Well, so you don't want to get us filled in?
What?
On the...
Albie doesn't know the details.
Yeah, he does.
How do you know?
Because he was posting about it. I just was too lazy to read. I figured we'd talk to him soon and he would just tell me about it, but I'm pretty sure check. Albie knows some of the details, or he thinks he does.
Let me see. Let me call Albie. You want to hop
He's
in?
our lead CTMZ reporter, and by lead I mean only. So.
Oh, he's the editor for CTMZ Live
writer
webpage. Yeah, he's the main fucking writer for the show.
The only.
For the webpage.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to see if Albie wants to hop in real quick, but he's not replying. I've waited 10 seconds, and if he doesn't reply, then I'm going to kill it because I'm tired today.
Well, yeah, I wish we talked to PETA earlier because I feel like we didn't talk as much as I wanted to.
I think we had a good conversation.
I mean, we had a good conversation.
We went pretty deep.
You did.
I'm low energy right now, though.
I know. That's what it is.
I mean, we already did a show this morning.
I know. Why do you do a show like before you do a show?
Probably because I was nervous and I just wanted to kind of,
You always do that. You're like, that I'm tired from doing a show.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to stop the show because I'm tired and stuff. But thanks, everyone, for watching the show. Thanks all our Patreon supporters. We've got a couple people supporting us on Anchor. You can do that too, and everything is on our webpage euclidandoaks.com. If you want to support the show, we really appreciate it. Holy shit, Peter challenged me to a run thing, and I'm gonna fucking do that. I really am gonna do it. I was
just thinking Peter was saying he would have came to do an interview with us, so
yeah,
we need an in real life
a place to actually do interviews.
Yeah.
We could work that out. We could figure that out. But I'm seriously going to, I've already downloaded the app. I'm going to run a mile every day for 30 days and collect that sweet cash. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So, all right, guys. Anyway, thanks for.
It's not cash though. It's Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, same thing, basically. Just cash it out.
Really, no.
Just send it right to Coinbase and cash that shit out. I don't know. I'll probably hold it because I know Bitcoin's going up eventually.
Yes.
All right, guys. That's it. Love all you guys. Thanks for watching. This has been another episode of Euclid and Oaks Morning Coffee.
Afternoon coffee.
Had anybody known how the river flows?